Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well on a Friday. All right, so this is interesting. I wanted to talk about it. Let's put 10 minutes on the clock real quick here. Zimbabwe, but it's interesting because Zambia is also doing the same thing, and I'm not sure if people are mistaking Zambia for Zimbabwe or Zimbabwe for Zambia, or they're both actually doing the same thing. All right. And this is going to probably be a new trend that's going on. As I told my Patreons this morning, this could be a new trend that's going on here to punish citizens who use U.S. dollars, right, in their country. Now, the governments are going to be using U.S. dollars and doing, and doing things in U.S. dollars, but they don't want the citizens to use U.S. dollars. They want the citizens to use local currencies, right? So, or yeah, and also it looks like they don't want citizens to use other foreign currencies as well. So this is almost like a supreme control environment where you can only use the currency of your country. You can't use any other currencies or you will be jailed, banned. This is almost like uh this is almost like a mark of the beast as well, right? So it's some type of form of mark of the beast, right? Where you can only use your own fiat central bank currency. Doesn't matter how worthless it is, you are not allowed to use anything else, right? Um, this is when people are going to run to digital currencies, right? People are going to go online, create bank accounts, use VPNs and create bank accounts and do things online and digitally to to try to survive from hyperinflation, inflation, and all the things that are coming to a lot of these currencies. If these countries make it public that you'll be punished for using U.S. dollars or other currencies. Well, their currency usually is destroyed, right? So that makes it even more tougher. And so the fact that you can only use your currency and that the currency is being destroyed, then most likely the next alternative is gold and silver and Bitcoin, right? And so we could be in the era where we see in the next 12 months gold, silver, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies absolutely explode as countries deem US dollars and foreign currencies illegal in a country. So where are you going to turn to? You're going to turn to cryptocurrencies, gold and silver, right? And Bitcoin, right? So we could see a big, massive move in commodities because of this, right? So this is going to be very interesting. All right, so it says Zimbabwe introduces a plan that will jail any citizens for up to 10 years. I mean, they don't have enough room in prison, and jails and prison to put people up in there for 10 years. So I think this is just a scare tactic, because this doesn't even make any sense. People are grown. I mean, can you imagine telling grown men and women if you use another person, use another legal currency, you know, I mean, for trading, we're gonna jail you. We're gonna take your liberties and rights away. We're gonna put you in jail for 10 years. That's crazy. The fact that this is even being thought about by other grown people to other grown people is ridiculous. Is It's very satanic, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, we're all grown people. Like, what are you talking about? Like that's crazy. That's like that's almost saying that's almost like saying like if you talk, we're gonna throw you in prison like for and you know what I mean it's ridiculous. Like that's the point we're getting to where people are gonna have to wear masks and be quiet, you know, and not be able to talk in public because climate change. Your oxygen that you're giving out for talking is causing climate change. I mean it's ridiculous. They just this is what we call propaganda, liberalism, rhinoism, deception, right? They just make up stuff to destroy humanity and to enslave humanity. They're just gonna make stuff up and then hopefully you believe it. This is what they do. You know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, Zimbabwe introduces a plan that will jail any citizens for up to 10 years if they are caught making purchases with the US dollar. And I think somebody even said other foreign currencies as well, which is just the stupidest thing. And then if we go here, so I'm not sure if this is even real or not because if we go here, we have Zambia saying the same thing. It's like, you know, okay. Did somebody mistakenly say Zimbabwe, thought it was Zimbabwe instead of Zambia, right? So I don't know. Or is it both countries? Does anybody want to research that? Maybe it's both countries doing the same thing. I mean, they're close to each other. So, you know, and I think more African countries are going to do this as well. And, but they're going to get, African countries will get a lot of backlash from this, though, and they could be invaded. And that's the only problem is that if you do this, if you remove the Chinese, you know, Chinese yuan and the Russian ruble and American dollar and the British pound, and if you're removing these countries love war, right? And so you're inviting yourself to be invaded, right? Especially by Russia and China. America doesn't invade it. We barely invade anymore, right? Because we're that's going to now go to Russia and China as they're going to invade countries in the north and west and south, excuse me, and they're going to be taking over countries, basically copying what we used to do. We're not going to be doing that anymore because the U.S. dollar doesn't, you know, is about to lose its world reserve currency status. Um, so now Russia and China are teaming up to do exactly what America used to do. And, you know, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, we're coming in, right? So we're going to see that a lot. We're going to see Russia and China try to invade the entire world. We can stop them right now while they're weak, but nobody wants to stop them, right? So you can stop them right now. If the world puts heavy sanctions on them and stops them and weakens their military, weakens their presence in the economy, you can stop them. But a lot of these countries are sold out to the CCP that they're not going to stop them, and then Russia and China are going to start going in and invading in all these countries, man, Europe and Africa and South Africa and all these other countries, right? And then eventually they're going to come to America and try to invade us by 2030, right? And this is why they say we're going to own nothing and be happy, right? They have turned over, they have sold out our U.S. Congress and everybody else in the world has sold out to the CCP, and they want us to surrender to the CCP and China and Russia and own nothing and be happy in prison, enslavement, and all these things, right? So, this is what the world's going to be coming to if we don't speak out about it and turn and wake people up in time and turn these things around, right? And we're gonna watch it happen. They're gonna go into each country and just start invading, and it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be fun, right? So, um, all right. So but anyways, we got stuff here says that using the U.S. dollar visiting Zambia may result in a 10-year prison sentence. So doesn't that sound like Zimbabwe? You know, so that's what I'm saying. So it might be somebody might be confused here using Zimbabwe or using Zambia or mixing them two up. So Zambia bans US dollar, right? That was 2 days ago. So here it says, and this is a report from .az, and this is eTurbo News, and um, and then here it says May 10th, 2024, Zambia currency plunges to new record lows versus the US dollar. Right. So they're angry that the US dollar is just destroying their own currency, right? Um so I'm not sure if that's Zimbabwe. I'm not sure if Zimbabwe is actually doing that. It looks like Zambia is doing it, but and somebody thought that that was Zimbabwe, so they said the Zimbabwe is doing it. I don't think there's any official announcement of Zimbabwe actually doing that, but I don't know. Maybe they're both doing it. I don't know. We know that other countries are doing like Iraq. Iraq was de-dollarizing as well, right? They don't, you can't even get, you can barely get US dollars in Iraq now unless you're traveling out of the country. Like if you're a traveler, right? So, so countries are de-dollarizing everywhere, right? In Europe, Russia, China, Iraq and stuff, everybody's de-dollarizing, right? But the government still use the dollars though. The governments are allowed to use the dollars, but not the citizens. That is interesting. That is very, very interesting. Okay. So, anyways, that's what's going on. Hope you guys are doing well. See you guys in the next video. Let me know if it's Zimbabwe and Zambia, or is it just Zambia, or is it just Zimbabwe and they was somebody and people are making mistakes and trying to link both of them together. But I do have a feeling that more countries are going to do this in Africa, and they're gonna suffer because of this, right? They're gonna suffer greatly, and they're gonna be invaded. A lot of these countries in Africa are going to be invaded by China and Russia because of this as well. You can't tell China and Russia that you're not using that you can't use their current currency. That yikes, right? That you're gonna be invaded. You're setting yourself up for invasion, because the goal for China and Russia is to invade the entire world and take it over, right? And then China and then what China wants to do is they want to use Russia to invade all these countries, and then they're gonna attack Russia, right? China's pretending to love Russia, pretending to love these other countries, and then they're going to attack them as well at the end, right? So they don't care about the BRICS. They're using these countries to get what they want, and then they're going to come back and around as a massive superpower, and then attack all of the BRICS countries and them, right? That's their end goal, and they think God doesn't exist, or whatever. So they don't think that God knows their plan. They don't think prophets exist. So they don't think prophets know their plan and see their plans. But we do exist, and so we know your plans, and we see your plans, and it is what it is, and so. Anyways, peace out. But I know people in China are like, how do they know my plan? Oh man. Anyways, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video.